Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna continue where we last left off as a what if Ash was never late. And before we begin, make sure you hit the like button and maybe a comment down below to help out the channel. Now let's get back to it. Last time we saw our young hero as he was defeated pretty embarrassing with a first one just leads at pretty devastating. So Ash will prepare the next few days of pure training, and this is where he gets to notice his Pokemon's unique personality trait. While Bulbasaur is pretty much the first, he's pretty much like a guardian over his team, watching them and making sure to not get in trouble and not to get any fights, while Monkey is just in it for any battle. He's quite of a battle brawler. While Clefairy is kind of like the motherly of the group, while Butterfly is just wants to fly around as a happy butterfly. But however, we straight back to the right back to the anime as Ash does meet up with the boy being harassed by a bunch of kids, and this is where Ash actually sees a school for the first time. He comments that the school is worthless. He could just it's easy to go out in the world and experience everything and not just read a bunch of books, which leads to one guy in particular pretty mad, which is Giselle, and this wants her to battle with Ash, and Ash points out that he has 4 Pokemon with 2 badges, and this makes it more funnier than the original. And this is where Janelle and Janine and Ash battle. This battle leads on a 1 versus 1 where Janine sends out Cubone. Ash could easily send out Bulbasaur, but remembers that he doesn't want to overuse Bulbasaur and actually wants his other members to have a battle. So he sends out his aggressive battler Mankey to battle. There's no type advantage, but it's clear that Cubone has a bit of an edge using his club like a boomerang, using boomerang like for a ranger there, where Mankey doesn't have that type of move to do so. But however, he has one thing going for him: his aggression and having training. He learns a few moves that which gives him a bit of advantage, like the move Seismin Toss. However, it wasn't as effective because Cubone is wearing a skull on his head, which isn't as effective. But Ash noticed that Cubone is relying on his club to attack, so he called out Mikey to grab the bone in the air as Cubone uses boomerang again, and this time Mankey grabs it and uses karate chop, not to the head but the side of his stomach, which knocks him out, which leads Ash his first victory, proving that all that training paid off pretty well. And this leads Janelle pretty mad at him and calls out Ash this won't be the last time these two will meet again, and she will battle, which means she will leave the school just to earn badges and to prove Ash that her experience with the school is much more better than him going on an adventure without doing any schoolwork. After that day with Ash batting Giselle and winning over him, she does point out he only has 4 Pokemon and points out at this point most strength would have more than at least 10, and this leads us to wanting to catch more Pokemon. And this exactly happens like in the anime where Ash finds out Krabby and battles him, and just like in the anime, he fought it out with the best stick and allowing him to capture his fifth member in the party. And luckily, Krabby doesn't teleport away because this is his only fifth member. So therefore, Ash could keep around Krabby much more than the original. However, the rest of this episode plays out pretty similar like the anime. So we can go forward to the next episode. After that day, Ash finding out there's this giant Pokemon and completely missed the opportunity to see it. The next day follows calmly where Ash battles a couple of trainers, earning a few experience for his body work and wanting to know about Krabby and bonding a little bit, but not training as much with it. So however, he found a wild Magma Knight wandering around in the forest, which leads as an opportunity to get his sixth member in his party. He sends out Butterfree for the sole purpose of using one of his moves, Sleep Powder, which does hit Magma Knight and earning him his sixth member. However, there's a problem. He finds out this wild Magnemite is a bit sick, so he quickly hurried to the Pokemon Center. And this is where then we play similar where Ash has a sick Pikachu, and this plays all the way until Ash meets with his wild Muk and Grimer's attacking. Where Ash has to send out Bulbasaur to battle and learning that most of his moves is unaffected by Muk being a poison type. So just as retreating Bulbasaur and sending out his still sick Pokemon Magnemite to battle. Just like it played out just like the anime where Ash catches Muk but teleports away because it's his seventh member in his party. And everything plays out exactly at this time. Magnemite is fully healed and Ash follows Trek on his journey. We're headed to the next episode called Electric Shock Showdown. This leads Ash to get his third gym badge. However, once he went to the Pokemon Center, he quickly found out this gym leader is pretty strong. Just seeing a bunch of Pokemon knocked out and sent to the Pokemon Center as fast as possible, which Ash is a bit scared but still confident with his team he could handle the challenge. This leech asked meeting Surge and he finds out how strong he really is. The battle begins and it's going to be a 2-1-2 battle. This leech has to send out his newly Pokemon to battle Magnemite, and Surge found out that this young man has an electric type Pokemon too. However, as for finding out his electric type is far stronger than Magnemite, so he sent out Voltorb to battle and finds out his speed is insane and Magnemite could not land a single hit. So Voltorb knocked out Magnemite with Sonic Boom, not giving Magnemite a chance to land a hit. This leaves us devastated and quickly thinks around a solution around Voltorb's speed. So the only Pokemon that he thinks he could handle that type of speed is Bulbasaur. As Bulbasaur is not planning on meeting his speed, he just needs to slow him down by Ash commands Bulbasaur use poison power at close range when Voltorb uses attack, which makes Voltorb poison in the meantime. This leads Surge no choice but to keep attacking while Bulbasaur can still handle it. However, the poison on Voltorb finally lets down as Voltorb is knocked out from the poison. Ash thinks to himself he doesn't need to outpower or slow them. You just need to wear them down enough so Bulbasaur can pick off the win. So Surge sends us his third Pokemon to battle, a Raichu, and Ash quickly finds out that Bulbasaur's endurance strategy can't get him the win because this Raichu has way too much power over Bulbasaur, which leaves Raichu knocking out Bulbasaur with a slam attack, and knocking the Little Seed Pokemon. And Ash has lost his third gym battle. He found himself at the Pokemon Center where he gets Bulbasaur and Magnemite check up and healed up, and he needs to think how could he defeat Raichu, and he knows Raichu is very strong, and even if he uses all of his Pokemon, he believes they are still outmatched by Raichu, so he contemplates what he could do in this one, but the only thing he knows how to is to train, and he trained for the next few weeks to dedicate for pure training. This leads for some of the Pokemon some growth and some much more needed, like Krabby and Magnemite that Ash still hasn't really trained them well. However, most of the rest is still being ready for their next attempt. This is where Ash tries his second attempt on defeating the electric type gym leader, and this is where he tries Surge again, and of course he accepts as a gym leader. This time Surge sends out Voltorb, thinking Ash was sent out Magnemite for revenge. However, he's surprised that Ash actually changed his strategy and sent out Clefairy Imperator, which get Urge laughing at Clefairy, thinking it's way too weak to defeat Voltorb, and it still looks too pretty to defeat a strong Pokemon like this, which leads Clefairy angry and is determined to defeat Voltorb no matter what after getting insulted, which leads Surge to do the same strategy as using Sonic Boom. However, Ash quickly uses his new Clefairy's move, Disarming Voice, and quickly stopping the two sound wave move, stopping one another. And this time when Surge tried to use Quick Attack just to do a quick damage, Ash quickly uses Indoor. This is where Ash tries his second attempt on defeating the electric type gym leader, and this is where he tries Surge again, and of course he accepts as a gym leader. This time Surge sends out Voltorb, thinking Ash was sent out Magnemite for revenge. However, he's surprised that Ash actually changed his strategy and sent out Clefairy Imperator, which get Urge laughing at Clefairy, thinking it's way too weak to defeat Voltorb, and it still looks too pretty to defeat a strong Pokemon like this, which leads Clefairy angry and is determined to defeat Voltorb no matter what after getting insulted, which leads Surge to do the same strategy as using Sonic Boom. However, Ash quickly uses his new Clefairy's move, Disarming Voice, and quickly stopping the two sound wave move, stopping one another. And this time when Surge tried to use Quick Attack just to do a quick damage, Ash quickly uses Indoor. Lieutenant Surge took the opportunity to charge up his Pokemon by using the move Charge. However, he's caught by surprise by Ash using the move Encore, and just leads Voltorb using the same move as Lieutenant Surge tried to use Thunder Shock. However, with all that power, Voltorb could only charge up because of Encore, which leads Clefairy an opening by using the move Double Slap over and over again, enough for Voltorb to be knocked out. This leads Lieutenant Surge a bit angry. However, this leads happy for Clefairy winning the battle for his trainer. Lieutenant Surge is pretty angry, so he returns his Pokemon and he sends out his third Pokemon Raichu to battle, which leaves Ash no choice but to ensure that Clefairy is hanging in there enough for her to do something thing. Ash commands Clefairy to do a double slap, but Raichu is too fast for that attack to make a hit on him. So Lieutenant Surge commands Raichu to use a Thunderbolt and just leads Clefairy a lot of damage and knock her out. However, Ash is pretty proud of her manage to get one of his lieutenants just Pokemon knocked out, which Ash sends out his only hope of defeating Raichu, his trusty and long companion Bulbasaur to battle. He attempts to use the same strategy as before, but Lieutenant Zed is much too aware of that strategy, so he's attempting to use long range and to not get close to Bulbasaur and just repeatedly using the move Thunderbolt. Luckily, Bulbasaur is a grass type resisting the move, but it's not completely immune to the damage. So over time, Bulbasaur couldn't do much and just tries to use Razor Leaf. However, Raichu is way too strong for the little Bulbasaur. It nearly fell knocked out. However, his trainer calls out, and this surge of compassion and an overwhelming of his trainer crying out, those little sea Pokemon happens to evolve and right in front of everyone. As Bulbasaur slowly glows much bigger in Ash's eyes, Bulbasaur evolved into Ivysaur, the much stronger stage of Bulbasaur's evolution. This leaves Ash pretty happy with it, but Lieutenant Sud is still on the attack and commands Raichu to finish him off before Ivysaur could do anything else. But Ivysaur has much more power and more endurance, handling the Thunderbolt pretty more than his Bulbasaur evil. So Ivysaur can get much more closer and unleash a powerful close range at Raichu, a Razor Leaf. And this managed to knock out Raichu, in which leads Ash his third gym match with Ivysaur, and as he's proudly pets Ivysaur and cheer him on for his evolution, which made Ivysaur a happy Pokemon. This is where Ash continues his journey normally, but he encounters a wild Hitmonchan and he wants to capture it, but he doesn't have Pikachu, but he does have a fighting type monkey, and this is where Ash attempts to train him a new move called Rocket Punch. This still happens, but it's clear as Mankey is way too weak, taking down much Hitmonchan, and this is where his chain comes in, and this plays exactly like the anime. The only difference is Mankey is the placement of Pikachu in this scenario, and this is where Ash learns about the tournament, and this time Mankey is still, after being defeated by Machamp, he is determined to win at the tournament and vows to defeat Hitmonchan. And this is where it plays very similarly in the anime, except Ash only has Mankey and not Primate. However, Mankey still listens to him, which allows him to take him all the way to the final and with Hitmonchan versus Mankey. This is where the match begins with these two fighting type Pokemon landing powerful hits one another, but Mankey is at a disadvantage because Hitmonchan has overwhelming strength, as Mankey is not even tall enough to reach him at eye level or even close by. So Hitmonchan leads him with powerful Mach Punches after Mach Punches and even a close combat which devastates the little monkey. He's about to give up, and Ash encourage Mankey to never give up and never surrender, which leads Mankey a bit emotional at this point. Nobody thinks he could win this except for his trainer. This overwhelming, unexpected emotion leads Mankey into evolve his stronger evolution primate. And this plays out exactly like the anime. The only difference is Primate is facing Hitmonchan, which defeated him as a Mankey. And this made Primate much more angry and gives him a victory over Hitmonchan. And this leaves Primate as the champ, leaving Ash a victory and having a powerful fighting type on his team. After Ash's victory with his powerful fighting type by his side, Anthony, the trainer that tried to capture his Pokemon early, he walks to him and tells Ash he could train Mankey for him, and just leads Ash to accepting this. And this is why we never see Primeape ever again. Psych! Ash still keeps around Primeape, thinking that he still has much more potential about to do. So Ash keeps around Primeape. However, he won't forget Anthony of training on Primeape for him. And this is where Ash still continues, still having Primeape by his side. Unfortunately, this is the episode where Ash released Butterfree to hang out with his girlfriend, which leaves Ash pretty devastated, as everything good must have a bad ending, as Ash has his first ever Pokemon being freed so he could hang out with his girlfriend, which leaves Ash pretty devastated. After losing his first Pokemon, Ash is feeling a catch. A new Pokemon perhaps could cheer him up. So he spent a day's worth trying to find a good Pokemon to catch. He found out a wild, spunky dog Pokemon Growlithe. So he attempts to catch it, but the Growlithe is too aggressive. So Ash quickly finds out it's a fighter. So he sends out his water Pokemon to battle Krabby, knowing that Krabby hasn't battled as much. So this is a good opportunity to have a battle experience, and this leads us to manage to capture a fire type on his party, which leaves Krabby pretty proud by his prowess. And this is where the episode goes next to our next adventure starts at Celadon City, where Ash wants to challenge the fourth gym leader and get his fourth badge. Ash will go to the gym leader, Erica, and without Missy there, Ash wouldn't make fun of the perfume, which means that Ash and Erica can have the problem with no problem. So the battle will start out with a 3-on-3 battle. Erica will set the tone for the rest of the battle by sending out Tangela, which means Ash never seen a Tangela before, but he knows the information that he got from his Pokédex. It's a grass type, so therefore Ash will go safety by going with Growlithe. You would think a fire type would have no problem with the grass type. Unfortunately, this is a one-sided for Growlithe, since it's pretty new to Pokemon Beta, and also this is pretty much the first time Ash is using Growlithe for the first time. So Ash has to use this tricky Ash thing to get around this situation. Ash tries to attempt by using Embers, but unfortunately for the little doggo, the Vine Pokemon is able to use his many Vines advantage by using a lot of Vine Web attacks a distance away from Growlithe. Growlithe attempted to use Bite or Flame Wheel to get closer, but unfortunately, as soon as it got close, it quickly got a paralysis from Stun Spore. Unable for Ash to think of something quickly, the only thing he could do is retrieve Growlithe back to the Pokeball and send out next Magnemite for battle. This time it's much more favorable for Ash because thanks to Magnemite being a steel type, it's very resistant of all Tangler's attack. So with a powerful gyro ball right into Tangler's face, it's easy to knock Tangler away. So Erica has to retrieve Tangler and send out a third Pokemon, Weeping Bell. Even though Magma Knight's electric type move isn't effective by Weeping Bell's grass typing, Weeping Bell couldn't touch Magma Knight since it's a steel type, resisting both of its main typing, immunity from poison and resisting grass type just in general. So Magma is able to take out Weeping Bell. However, this does leave Magma to wear down its stem, making very tired. So Erica has no choice to send out her last Pokemon, Vileplume, a big flower Pokemon to battle. And since Ash has a big head, thinking that Magma might takes two of her Pokemon, he has a bit of an ego. Lets him get surprised by Vileplume using the move Petal Blizzard, one-shotting Magnemite after a very exhausting battle from his two battles. Ash returns Magnemite and sends out back in Growlithe. This time, even though Growlithe is paralyzed, it has much more favorable since the big flower Pokemon doesn't have much range and is also quite slow. So Growlithe can take a few flame wheels. However, it falls down from a sludge bomb from Vileplume, knocking Growlithe and forcing Ash to send him back to his Pokeball. And now Ash has one more Pokemon left to choose, so he sending out his new evolved Pokemon, Primeape. Even though Ash could send out Ivysaur to better, but he quickly noted he's relying on it again. So he wants to test out Primeape's new power. So he sends out Primeape with a huge roar ready for battle. Even though both Pokemon don't have advantage, but it's clearly a battle. So Primeape and Vileplume had a fierce battle while Vileplume is keeping a distance away from Primeape, which is the opposite of Primeape. He wants to get close as possible to do one of his close-up moves like Break, and Karate Chop. However, Ash has an ace move on his sleeve. Primeape knows a flying type move to give him an edge, but he doesn't want to use it yet because right now Primeape isn't close enough. So he did a risky removable by using low sweep to get close. Unfortunately, since he's too low in the ground, Vileplume took the opportunity to blast Primeape with a powerful sludge bomb in the face. Luckily, Primeape is still standing and uses his new acrobatics, super affecting Vileplume to run, leaning Ash a victory as he gains his fourth badge. But before he could head off to his next badge, he quickly asked Erica for help to help him train Ivysaur so he may potentially learn a new poison type move like Sludge Bomb, and Erica is happy to do so. And this is where the part ends and we continue left off. And that's where we're gonna end our episode here. What do you guys think of Ash's new Pokemon on his team than the original anime? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I want your opinion down below in the comments, and perhaps leave a like. I'll see you the next episode. Peace.